Chief Prepper here. So, doing a short video, well, depending on how long, of course, it chooses to record. If you're wondering, I am in the middle of sewing. Needle, thread, and a button that is loose. I just put two on. It's been missing a button for a long time. I actually found it on the counter that my wife pulled out of the laundry machine. So having said that, these little kits that they sell to Army folks, thread cutter, very cool. Comes with some thread. As you can see, most of it's missing because over the years I've used it. Had this for a very long time. This little piece of felt here is where you put your needle when you're done. Let me go get another one of these, I don't know. And a thing of thread. Also has some needles and pins in it. You know how long this stupid thing records. And may also sharpen a knife. I have 3 knives I'm going to sharpen tonight as well, so I think in the not too distant future I will be spending some money on a suture kit. Really hoping I don't need it. They sell them on Amazon. If you get one of those, you know what you're doing. You're just sewing skin closed. It's going to be very painful for somebody, but and while that can be life-threatening because of the infections and stuff, the real risk is if you actually have to use something other than just needle and thread of some kind. And if you don't know, I've had stitches a couple times. Yes, that shit hurts. So that Rambo shit where he's sewing himself up. That's some real fucking bullshit. So, I'm actually trying to watch a show called The Gilded Age. I actually really enjoy it. It's kind of an escape thing for me. Had a really sucky weekend. A dog that I love dearly that has been in my life for 16 years and a little over 3 months. He finally got to a point where I couldn't keep him anymore. And because he was old and in really bad shape. If I gave him up for somebody to take care of him, they would be mean to him. I couldn't have that. So Saturday, a little after 11, he went to the Rainbow Bridge. So, anyway, yeah. That shit sucks ass. Many reasons I allowed it to happen and did it. None of them justified, so to speak. His last act was to stop fighting and let it happen. Yeah. Watching an animal you love out of your arms is quite possibly one of the most awful things I've seen. Sorry about that. I'm trying to set up the sharpened knives and did the sewing I was going to do. Just so you know, you need a little oil to do this. And it takes a while to learn how. This is a soft metal knife, so it'll sharpen fairly quick. Been sharpening knives since I was about 15 when I started carrying one. And then stopped after I joined the army because for whatever reason we're allowed to carry guns and shit, but they're nervous when you carry a knife. And then in the 90s I started again. And this is one of the very first knives I carried. I used to carry it all the time, but like I said, it's soft metal, so it dulls quickly and sharpens quickly. This is my pocket skinning knife. This is made by Case. This is a Kershaw knife. And you'll notice that it doesn't take me typically too long to sharpen a knife. Those are both kind of what's considered soft blades. This one is my war knife. It was issued to me when I was in Iraq the first time in 2003, around June time frame. It is a Benchmade knife. And one of the best knives I've ever had. Carried it with me pretty much everywhere. I don't carry it on a plane, but I put it in my check bag. It's old and beat up. Kind of like me. The war drums are beating. And I think there's a whole generation of Americans that are going to have to stand up. So the best advice I can give you about war is don't go. If you do go, you need to be the best at whatever you do. If you're a cook, you need to be the best, because the food you feed the soldiers will give them the energy to fight. People think that one of the reasons the U.S. Army is so lethal because we have traditionally trained leaders, not robots. The same thing that makes us dangerous is the same thing that makes us excellent.